This is Colin O'Keefe here for LXBN TV. California Governor Jerry Brown recently signed into law a piece of legislation that will require the Golden State's employers to provide employees with paid sick leave. Joining me now to break down the details of this law is attorney Bryan Hawkins. He's in Sacramento with Stoel, Rives, and he is author on their blog, World of Employment. Bryan, first, what are the basics and the details of this law? Who does it apply to? What's the framework, and when does it go into effect?
Great, thank you, Colin. Well, AB 1522 applies to California employers, and it pretty much applies to all employers, regardless of size, with very few exceptions. So the law goes into effect on July 1st, 2015, and what it does is it provides that for California employers who have employees that work at least 30 days a year, that they have to provide at least 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours they work. So that's the basic framework of the law. Now, there are some exceptions, some limitations. For one, the law does provide that California employers can limit the use of paid sick leave to 24 hours or 3 days a year, and similarly can cap the accrual of paid sick leave to 48 hours or 6 days. So there are some limitations. The California Labor Commissioner is tasked with implementing the law along with the Attorney General's office, and they can do this through fines, through penalties, and through civil suits. But what's important to remember is that California employees currently don't have the right to sue under the law. So that's pretty important to both employees and employers in protecting themselves.
I see, and that's a nice segue there. Second, what are the biggest issues employers need to be aware of, kind of the nuances when it comes to administering this law?
Well, first and foremost, they have some time to make sure that their processes and procedures are in place to administer the law, like you said. But what makes it particularly complex is that the law provides that it's only providing with minimum protections, and it doesn't preempt other laws. So if you're a California employer with multiple offices across the state, and let's say you're in Sacramento, then you most likely apply 1522. But that same employer with offices in San Francisco, which has a law that's actually more protective and more beneficial to California employees, may have to deal with that law's jurisdiction. So you have to be careful to make sure that you're applying the correct law for your jurisdiction. And you're just not going to apply 1522 blindly without looking to what jurisdiction you're actually in.
Definitely. As you mentioned there, with San Francisco, there are a lot of cities in California that have their own strict employment laws, so employers certainly have to be careful to make sure that they're abiding by all the laws that apply to them. Once again, that was Bryan Hawkins of Stoel Rives. For more of his insight on this topic and others, be sure to check out Stoel Rives worldofemployment.com. Thank you for joining me today, Bryan.
Thank you so much, Colin, for having me.